If you're a kid who grew up in the mid-2000s, it's been an exciting week. Reports are starting to swirl that PlayStation is getting back into the handheld market, and you guessed it, people are already calling it the Vita 2. Now when it comes to actual details, nothing is confirmed and everything is speculation. But that said, the story started with tech YouTube channel Moore's Law is Dead reporting on January leaks of PS5 Pro specs, along with early details on a new PlayStation handheld. But it sounds like this could be way more than a new Vita. The Vita was focused on running its own library of games totally separate from PS3 or PS4. But this channel spoke with developers that share it's plausible this new handheld could pack in the tech to make it compatible with the entire PlayStation 4 library, and that developers could even apply patches on a case-by-case basis to get PS5 games running on it as well. In other words, this could truly be the first PlayStation Portable. Again, Moore's Law is Dead makes it clear that the nitty-gritty details aren't certain, but they do say a new PlayStation handheld is absolutely in early development according to their sources. When you look at the bigger picture of industry trends, handhelds have had a rocky road over the last 20 years. The Nintendo DS and PSP dominated in the early 2000s, but mobile gaming came in hot and heavy with the iPod Touch, iPhone, and iPad, and that brought a massive shift in the way the developers, publishers, and players thought about playing on the go. But even with that big shift, Nintendo and Sony continued to iterate with the 3DS and PlayStation Vita, and the PlayStation Vita was a game changer. Games like Uncharted Golden Abyss and Killzone Mercenary proved that handheld gaming was capable of bringing that same blockbuster action that PlayStation fans had come to expect through the PS3 generation. But the Vita was also unknowingly a trendsetter. Remote play for the PS4 brought those console games on the go. I remember playing Destiny on my PlayStation Vita when it came out, and it was something that I had never seen before. Between great games, awesome features, and interesting hardware with the front and back touchscreens, the Vita was an underrated console that was well ahead of its time. But then we fast forward to today. The big three consoles are still thriving, but the scene has definitely shifted. In a way, Nintendo went all in on handheld gaming with the Nintendo Switch, a console designed to be whatever each player wanted it to be. On Team Green, Xbox Cloud Gaming is available on nearly every device, making it easier than ever for people to play games through Game Pass. But meanwhile, the PlayStation Portal is a $199 way to play your PlayStation 5 in a handheld form factor, and it's a shockingly huge hit with fans. And that's not meant to be a dig at it, but I definitely didn't expect people to love a $200 remote play device for their $400 or $500 console as much as they do. But the biggest players shaking up this space are actually in the PC market. The Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go. Handheld gaming PCs are all over the place, and they're getting better each week. PC gaming used to feel walled off and reserved for people that could splash the cash on expensive parts or pre-built PCs, but the Steam Deck was the first mass-market product that proved you could get a killer PC gaming experience on the go for about the price of any modern gaming console. On the flip side, these PC handhelds definitely still have that PC gaming experience. Players are tweaking settings, changing in-game sliders, and trying to hone in on the best way to play power-hungry games on the go. And that can be a turnoff for anyone that's just trying to sit down and play some games when they've got an extra 15 minutes in the day. And that's where PlayStation comes in. In a lot of ways, the idea of PlayStation getting back into the handheld game is like the console market itself. PCs are always going to be more powerful than the newest consoles on the market, but with that comes the extra price and that extra patience of having to work through the quirks of PC gaming. While the Steam Deck and all these other handhelds are turning heads, PlayStation has a chance to get into this space with a handheld that's compatible with PlayStation players' existing libraries, taking a page straight out of Valve's book with the Steam Deck, and give players a new way to play on PlayStation that just simply works. No tweaking, no tuning, just playing games. In fact, Windows Central's Jez Corden even thinks that Xbox is set to make a play in this space. Today more than ever, Xbox and PlayStation in particular care less about where you're playing your games and more that you're playing their games. PlayStation is launching games on PC. Xbox is keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation and bringing it to Nintendo's next console. It's the same mindset that Valve has had for more than 20 years. They don't care if you're playing their games on a Steam Deck, a ROG Ally, a Razer laptop, a custom-built gaming PC. As long as you're buying and playing games through Steam, their bottom line looks good. For Xbox and PlayStation, it's clear that they're slowly shifting into the mindset that as long as people are buying their games and subscribing to services, then they're moving in the right direction. And if you're playing and subscribing on Xbox or PlayStation devices, that's all the better. But the best news is that for players like you and me, the future has never been brighter. Companies are fighting harder than ever for our attention and our money, focusing on bringing better games that are easier to access than ever across consoles, handhelds, PCs, cloud gaming, remote play, wherever we need them to be. With this new round of PC gaming handhelds setting the bar for the quality of gaming on the go, it's going to be up to Xbox and PlayStation to prove their worth outside of the living room if they're really ready to take their console war to the handheld market. But as always, I would love to know your thoughts down below. Would you want to see PlayStation get back into the handheld market? Do you just play on console and don't ever want to see a handheld? Or is cloud gaming the future and we don't need anything? Would love to know your thoughts. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy what you see or what you hear, hit that subscribe button on YouTube for videos like this every week and gaming news shorts throughout the week to keep you in the loop. And I'll catch you on the next one.